If you've looked into WordPress at all, you've probably heard the term child theme. It's a very important idea, and we're pretty much going to be working with child themes throughout the rest of this course. So we need to understand exactly what they are. First of all, a child theme is a full theme in the sense that it shows up in your client's directory of installed themes as a regular theme. There's nothing to differentiate it in that respect. It resides in its own folder, it's inside the themes directory, all of that. The big difference is a child theme uses the theme files of its parent. Now, it will do that so long as there aren't any files of the same name in the child theme. So for example, if I put header.php in my child theme, it's going to override the header.php in the parent theme. It's a kind of template hierarchy at work here. Now the one exception to this is functions.php. If you have a functions.php file in your child theme, it will actually combine with the functions.php file in the parent theme. So those two go together, they don't override. Now there's actually only one file that you have to have in any child theme, and that is style.css. And very typically in a child theme, what you're doing is trying to change the look of the parent theme. That's one of the most common reasons for doing a child theme. So you'll have style.css, of course you have to, and then you'll probably have a folder of images, an additional set of images to add graphics and so forth to change the look. But style.css is the only thing you have to have in a child theme. Now, if it isn't clear from what I've said already, you can also have additional files in the child theme beyond the ones that appear in the parent theme. And very often that's what you're trying to do. Add new types of templates that aren't in the parent theme, that sort of thing. So again, you don't have to use ones that are just in the parent theme. You can add more. Now, the question is, why use a child theme at all? I like to think it's one of the easiest ways to get into WordPress. And as a web designer, very often what you're doing is trying to give the client a particular look based probably on an existing theme in WordPress. Rather than starting from scratch, you've got all the files there for you, you simply have to alter the look of it. So it makes it very easy to get into WordPress. Once you're in WordPress, a child theme is a great way to speed up development. So the client picks a theme they like, you then go and modify it by creating a child theme. Or even further down the road, you've developed your own base parent theme that you then use as the starting point for any of your development, and you simply plug it in and then create a child theme for the client that creates the look. So it can really speed up the development and give you an edge. And of course the big thing about a child theme is that it preserves the parent theme files. In other words, you're not overwriting what's in the parent theme in terms of going in and physically changing the parent theme files. You override them by putting in another file of the same name. That way, in the example I just gave, if you've got your own parent theme, you never have to change the files in it. But if you're using an existing theme and that author keeps updating their theme, WordPress automatically looks for those updates. If you had to actually change those files, they would get overwritten during an update. You don't want that. So a child theme preserves those parent files for you. So lots of great reasons for using child themes. All right, let's take a look at the one from the default theme in WordPress, just to remind ourselves. We've seen this briefly. A series of comments up at the top, and then you get into your CSS rules at the bottom. But really, all you actually have to have for a child theme style sheet is the following. These are the bare minimum. You need a unique theme name. This has to be different from any other themes that are going to appear in the client's list of installed themes. If not, there'll be a conflict and things won't work right. Then you need to indicate where is WordPress to look for the parent files. In other words, this template is the name of your parent theme. Now this line you technically don't have to have because the style.css will overwrite the parent's style.css. But usually you're trying to use a lot of the CSS in the parent theme. So what you do is you do an import here, and you bring in the style sheet of your parent theme. One thing to be careful of, don't put any CSS rules here between the import and the comments. They have to go after the import. If you put anything in here as a rule in CSS, then it's going to negate the import feature and it's not going to work. So more typically what I tend to do, here's a little fuller child theme style sheet. Of course the name, then your URI, of course you want to promote who you are. Then I also indicate that it's a child theme and which theme it's the child of, right? You want to indicate who the parent is. That way it makes it very easy for the client to understand that. And then this is a warning that I actually put on any theme, whether it's a child or not, just to remind clients 7 months down the road they go and want to change the theme, right? They forget that a theme is more than just the look, right? It's functionality as well. This warns them you're going to lose your customizations if you simply change themes. So you've got to copy this child theme, make a new child theme, and move on from there. And then a bit about the author and so forth. So that's what child themes are all about, and that's why they're so powerful. And as I say, we'll be using child themes pretty much in the rest of the course to modify existing themes or create our own new ones.